Hey Tamers, welcome to another deck profile video. Today we have ShineGreymon Ex4. We do get more support. He is much more playable now. Really insane combos and things that you could just do with this deck. So let's get right into it. If you watch my other ShineGreymon deck profile, it's mostly the same, obviously of course besides Ex4 cards. So we're going to keep it with the same BT5, DGX, 1 attack, and if you have Greymon in its name, you get to draw 1 card. So draw power is always key in any deck. The faster you get your cards, the faster you can play out your things, obviously. So 4 of those Koromons, 4 of the new EX4 Agumons. He's really good. So starting your main phase, if you have a red or yellow Tamer and play, gain 1 memory. That is so important because Marcus costs 1. So if you have an Agumon, basically Marcus is free to move him up. Digivolve 0 from Koromon, then the inherit is if one of your red or yellow Tamers becomes suspended, you get to draw 1 card, so more draw power. Next 4 BT12 Agumon, on play reveal 4 cards, add a Marcus and a Greymon in its name, put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. Of course you want to do that for searching power. And the inherit once per turn, if one of your red Tamers becomes suspended, yellow or red, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn, which is really nice. So this deck focuses a lot on security attack +1 with the Marcus, and then a lot of DP reduction. So Agumon is the kickoff to this DP reduction with the minus 2000. When you attack with the Marcus, then you'll trigger the Agumons. And then last but not least, we're doing 4 of the X Antibody Agumons. This one because you need the dinosaur trait to digivolve into Greymon to get the reduced cost. That's one reason. Another reason is you could digivolve on top of the Agumons, drawing and gaining the searching ability. Of course, getting an Omnimon or a Greymon from those searches. So that's it for the rookies 12. For the champions, the new ShineGreymon from Ex4. Digivolve 2 from level 3 with Agumon in its name and Dinosaur in its trait. So that's why we're doing those Agumons, because they have Dinosaur in the trait, making the ShineGrey cost 2 memory. The inherit here is the same as the Agumon's inherit from Ex4. When one of your red or yellow Tamers becomes suspended, you get to draw 1 card. So you could end up drawing 2 cards if you have the ShineGreymon underneath and the Agumon underneath. Next 4, kind of cool. I've been playing this since BT1, since it came out, since the starter decks. And I don't know, I've noticed and I haven't noticed, but some cards have black text and some have white text. I don't know if that's supposed to mean something. If it does, let me know down in the comments below, but I thought that was pretty cool. So as you can see, we're running 4 of the ShineGreymons from BT12. Same thing, Digivolve 2 with level 3 Agumon and Dinosaur in its trait. When Digivolving, if you don't have a Marcus in play, you can play 1 for free. So that is why you're running 4. You do want to focus on having Marcuses. We'll get into combos later in the video after the deck profile. Then inherit once per turn, when one of your yellow or red Tamer becomes suspended, you give one of your opponent minus 2000 DP. So now this line focuses on gaining memory and of course drawing. This one focuses on DP reduction. So you're kind of getting a little of both. Next champions, we're still doing just 1 ShineGreymon from starter deck 7. Marcus allows you, his effect allows you to digivolve into a yellow card with Greymon in its name. So you will now be able to digivolve using this ShineGreymon. You could digivolve into a Rice Greymon if it's yellow, but you can't digivolve an Agumon into this ShineGreymon because he is red. Keep that in mind. It's just a ShineGreymon, so it's a target if you end up playing the Agumon. Security effect, at the end of the battle, play this card without paying for its memory. On play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. Last but not least, just one Aguni. You can switch it up however you want. You can play the yellow ShineGreymons if you want. Since there are a lot of Tamers, 1 hybrid I think is good, especially because you're getting the security attack +1 from the ShineGreymon and, you know, hitting with the Marcus and then hitting with the ShineGreymon. That's up to 3 checks in total, and if you need that last swing and you do have the memory for it, you can go ahead and hybrid free game. So that is why I'm running 1. The ultimates, I had a tough time. I was running 2 of these Ex4 Rice Greymon. This card is so nuts. I had to put it in at 3 instead. The only reason I don't have it at 4 is because the other Rice Greymon is actually really good. We'll talk about it. So Rice Greymon, Digivolve 3 from ShineGreymon again, so that's another reason why I'm running the red ShineGreymon. You will still Digivolve for 3 instead of 4. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 4000 for the turn. That is very big, because if you're swinging with the Marcus at 3000 DP, now you're adding minus 4000 to the security stack, allowing your Marcus to survive and that's kind of what you do want. That is what it was lacking when this deck first came out, is Marcus will swing and kind of gets deleted unless it goes up into ShineGreymon. So really nice. And then the inherit is the same thing as this one Digivolving. That's it. When one of your red or yellow Tamers becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 4,000 DP. So now think of having this one, the ShineGreymon from BT12 and the Agumon from BT12. Now you're minus 8,000 DP on a Digimon for just Digivolving or attacking and having a Tamer suspend. It's nuts. So 3 of those, then 3 of the BT12 ShineGreymon, because it is such a good card, especially if your Marcus dies, and it allows you to put a Marcus back into your security stack from the trash. So Digivolve 3 from ShineGreymon. When Digivolving, if you have a yellow or red Tamer in play, you gain 1 memory. With Marcus, if you Digivolve into the ShineGreymon, he gives you 1 free memory because you're Digivolving for free. All turns once per turn. When one of your Tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus from your trash on top of your security stack face down. And then the inherit is the same thing as its all turns. When one of your Tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus from your trash in your security stack. So it's a good way to recycle Marcus and kind of keep swinging. So that is why I love that ShineGreymon. And then just to top it off, 2 of the X antibodies, allowing you to play a free Tamer, giving it minus 2,000 DP. It's just too good because we're running heavy on Tamers with the Marcuses, of course. So Digivolve 1 from ShineGreymon. When Digivolving, you may play 1 yellow or red Tamer card from your hand without paying for its memory cost. Then if you have a ShineGreymon or X antibody underneath, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for each yellow or red Tamer on the field. Going back to this Ex4 one, you minus 8,000. You Digivolve for 1. And now that's, if you just have 2 Tamers, that's 10,000, 12,000 for just Digivolving. Yeah, crazy. Crazy, I tell you. So that's it for the level 5s. Level 6, of course, BT4, BT4. 4 of the BT12 ShineGreymons when Digivolving, Digivolve 3 from a level 5 with ShineGreymon in its name. When Digivolving for each yellow and or red Tamer you have in play, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3,000 DP for the turn. So if you just have 2 Tamers, you're giving something minus 6k, and then your opponent's security minus 6k. Insane minus DP reduction for sure. Then your turn, all of your Marcus Daemon in play get 3,000 DP and security attack +1. So that's kind of the big piece that you want on the board, is so when your Marcus does swing, you get that security attack +1, you get the plus 3,000 DP on the Marcus, so now you're swinging at 6k, security attack +1, and then minus 3,000 at least if you have 1 Tamer, because the Marcus will count. So now you're giving 3,000 and then minus 3,000 on security stack. I love it. I love it. Last but not least, I'm keeping the same megas that I used last time. My boy from BT4, ShineGreymon. He's a target when you swing with Marcus because he's a yellow card and has Greymon in its name. When attacking, once per turn, you may add the top part of your security stack to your hand to unsuspend this Digimon and have one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 6,000 DP for the turn. Pseudo hybrid for game, but a little better because if attack is blocked, you unsuspend and you can attack yet again. Nuts. Combos, wait for those combos. Let's move on. You already know 2 of the ShineGreymon Ruin Mode. This card, I mean this artwork, this altar, kind of flexing here a little bit, so beautiful. But this card alone is just Digivolve 4 from ShineGreymon, which we're playing ShineGreymon. When Digivolving and on deletion, until the end of your opponent's next turn, all of your opponent's Digimon get minus 5,000 DP. If you've seen my Bravemind deck profile, he's on there, and I talk about how it's a blanket effect. So when you Digivolve, it's a blanket effect, meaning if they move something from the breeding area up, that Digimon now gets minus 5,000 DP. If they play a Digimon from their hand, now that gets minus 5,000 DP. So it's a really good controlling card. And then end of attack, delete this Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon, and recovery +1. Then if you have a Tamer in play, hatch 1 Digi-Egg into your breeding area, which is going to come up a lot, obviously, because if you Digivolve to the Shine, let's say you have the Shine and the Marcus, you'll swing, and then you can go into the Ruin Mode for free, and then you could attack with the Ruin Mode, pop himself. Let's move on. That's it for the level 7s. I'm not gonna lie to you, my Tamers haven't changed from BT12 deck profile. 3 of the Marcus the old BT4 one, start of your turn, memory set Tamer, leave you at 3. Your turn, when one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name, you gain 1 memory, right? So he suspends, so he will trigger all those inherits of your Digimon's line if a Tamer suspends. He is red. Tamer, we wish we could play 8 of. His Marcus Damon from BT12, start of your main phase. If you have a Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name in play, you pay 1 memory and now it becomes a 3000 DP Digimon, and you cannot Digivolve on top of it, of course. During your turn, when this Tamer becomes suspended, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a yellow card with Greymon in its name in your hand without paying for its cost. Again, that's exactly why I'm running the yellow for Greymon. Probably one of my favorite alt-arts in the TCG. But yeah, so that's why we're doing that, and that's why he is so busted. Last but not least, 2 of the Tai and Karis, because they're yellow and red. Not only that, start of your turn, if you have 3 security cards, you gain a memory. If your opponent has 3 security cards, you gain a memory, so you can get up to 2 memory. If you have one of these with Marcus, and if you're swinging for security attack +1 on Marcus, you'll end up starting your turn at 4 or 5, depending how many security you have. And then your turn, when one of your red or yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to have all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 2000 for the turn, which is cool because if you do end up swinging with the Marcus, since he's considered a Digimon, you can trigger this and now a Tamer suspends. And what's cool, let's say if you don't have a Marcus and you need one of your Tamers to suspend to activate your inherits, now you just, when you attack, tap this and now your inherits trigger. So that is my Tamer lineup. One of the Sunrise Busters, you may play 1 yellow or red Tamer card from your hand without paying for its cost. Then one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 3000 DP for the turn for each yellow or red Tamer you have in play. Insane. Talk about, all the DP reduction you're doing, top it off with that. And you play a Tamer and give minus DP for 5. That's pretty good. There's a reason why it's only at 1. And last but not least, 2 of the Shining Blasts. This card, you may play 1 Marcus Damon from your hand without paying the cost. Then for each yellow and or red Tamer you have in play, 3 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. This card is so good because it just helps you control boards, especially wide boards. And even if you can't play Marcus, you resolve as much as you can. So if I don't have a Marcus and I already have like 3-4 Tamers on the board, you play that for 5, you don't play a Tamer, and then you move on to the next ability or effect here, you would still minus X amount of Tamers that you have up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon. It's really, really nuts. Now, before we get into those combos, if you guys could give me your energy by hitting that sub button, I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below which deck is your favorite right now and what are you guys looking forward to. Let's move on. So to start off, like I was saying, let's say they left you at 1 memory and you didn't have the memory set Tamer or this one, you just had 1 Marcus. Here you move up, you can end up using 1 memory here, but at the start of your main phase, this triggers after your breeding phase, right? After you decide to move up or not. So you would gain the memory and then you would trigger Marcus, gaining a memory. So that's what I'm saying, that it costs free at that point. Then you can go ahead and swing. And now when you do swing, at that point, obviously you do have a Marcus in play. So if you Digivolve into that one, you cannot play another one, but you could Digivolve for that, helping you of course get into Shine faster. And then if it does survive, even if it doesn't, you can already just go into Shine for 3, 1, 2, 3. You do have a Tamer in play. Now you're leaving them at 1. Yeah, you did all that. Okay, so this is the opponent's security just for your visual. You're at 3, and let's say, your opponent has 4, you have 0, or you have less than 3. Now you go to 4. So now you're gonna pay that 1 memory, right? Or if you were able to move up the Agumon, now he's still gonna cost for free. So we'll just do it like this, so you guys to get the glare. So it's 4 security. Now we have a Marcus, we have 3 bodies now. Again, why the Agumon is so crucial. I can go ahead and swing with Marcus, Digivolve into Rise Gray, or if you need to do more DP reduction, now he'll give something -4. The ShineGreymon will not trigger, so that's -6k. And then if you further want to increase the DP reduction into your opponent's security, you'll go ahead and swing, right? You swing, And at that point, Marcus does survive. Then again, if you further need to play more Tamers, right? For one, you play another Tamer. Let's say you play another Marcus. And now that's -2, 4, 6, 8,000 DP just for Digivolving for one. Then again, if you need more DP reduction, now you'll go into the ShineGreymon, leaving your opponent at 1. Now you got -3, 6, 9, 12,000 DP, all just from just Digivolving. I only attacked with Marcus. Now let's say this is your field. Your opponent does have 4 security. You're gonna pay, well, this is gonna be free from the Agumon, so stay at 3, and then we'll pay 1 additional memory. So now we're gonna go to 2. And now you do have the ShineGreymon. Again, you can just choose to go into ShineGreymon X for 1, and you can play out another Tamer if you like. So now we're gonna play out this Marcus for 4. Now we got -2, 4, 6, 8, 10,000 DP. And now we swing with the Marcus, do your DP reductions again. Now here you're gonna go into Shine. Now going into Shine, it's gonna be for free. You give minus DP reduction, and for the security, now you get security attack +1. So it's more than likely gonna survive unless there's an option card there. So now that's 2. Now you can trigger swinging into Marcus, and if you want to, that's where you can go ahead and go into Ruin mode. However, if you do that, Marcus will lose a security attack +1, so just be mindful of doing that. So in this case, I wouldn't, and I would just swing, right? And now that's 4 right there, and then I like to just swing with Agumon. Going back to this scenario, if I am gonna try and swing for game here, and I don't have the Shine, he's gonna cost free from the Agumon, so now we got Marcus again. Or swinging, again, you could go into your X antibody for 1, playing out another Tamer. We're gonna play Marcus, and now Marcus will swing. Digivolving, if you don't have ShineGreymon, into WarGreymon for 3. So he does go ahead and hit, and let's say he does die. So now Marcus goes away. If you have the ShineGreymon, he would go up in security. In this sense, let's say we have 1 security. That's not Marcus because I don't have ShineGreymon. So now we have 1 security. Now here you can swing. It's a Greymon. So now you're going to gain 2 memory. Go back to 2. Uses 1 attacking. Grab the top card of your security stack. Give something -6,000. And now he unsuspends. ShineGreymon, since Tamer is suspended. Now you're giving something -4. Digimon 4,000 DP. And your opponent's security stack -4,000. And since he's 11, that is just phenomenal, because now you're more than likely, like 95% of the time, going to survive for the most part. You'll attack, give -2,000 to something, -2 something, -2,000 something to something else. So now you're minusing 6, 8, 10,000 for just swinging. And now go ahead and check that, right? So now you check. So now I swing into the last one, and it gets rid of it. It's another Greymon. And now here, if your opponent has about to beat you for game, right? Whether it's a hybrid for game or he's going up for, whatever reason. Now that's when you can just go into Ruin mode for 5, because it is a yellow Digimon, of course. It is going to cost 5, but you're putting him at 3. And now you have that blanket -5,000 DP. Unless they attack with a Digimon that's 6,000 DP or more, and more than likely you deleted it from WarGreymon's -DP reduction, the GeoGreymon, Agumon, and then the when Digivolving giving another -5,000. So that's -5, -6, that's already 11, 13, 15,000 for this stack. And now more than likely you're gonna survive, so now when it's your turn again, now you can go ahead for that finisher, or even attack with Shine, pop Shine, and pop, let's say they got a blocker, boom, there they go. Let's say they got a blocker, swing with Shine, delete it, give something else -5, and for whatever reason Agumon dies too, or they pop Agumon. Now you got that hybrid for game. That's what makes Marcus crucial, because if you did have, let's say you had all those Digimon, you were at 1, and you tapped 1 Marcus when you swing with Shine, that's going to put you back up at 2, giving you enough memory to swing for game at 2.